are going to continue on with today's media availability with one of the contestants for the Dash for Cash in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the Andy's Frozen Custard 300, Justin Allgaier, driver of the number 7 Brandt Trademark Nitrogen Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. How excited are you to get behind the wheel this weekend at Texas Motor Speedway?
Well, I love this racetrack, and we've had a lot of success here. It's not without its challenges. I think you come here and with the configuration the way that it is and with the track grip, it has the potential, as Cole was alluding to and what we've seen so far in truck practice. It can be a test of patience and skill both, but that's one of the things that I feel like is kind of suited us when we come here. And obviously to have a shot at going for the $100,000 Dash for Cash. I mean, what Xfinity does for the sport and for the series is really special, and it's a big deal. Last week at Martinsville, when we realized that maybe the win was out of reach, you still were racing really, really hard on those last laps to try to get the opportunity to race for the Dash for Cash this week. And I think we ended up maybe getting in by 6 inches or something. So it was pretty wild. So it's I love coming here, and to have a shot at that it makes it really special.
Okay, we're going to open the floor for questions. We're going to start with Jerry.
This is the second time. What is the plan for that? How does how much does that boost a team, a crew, a driver? A lot of drivers give it away to the crew, things like that. I know that's a little different on the Xfinity side, the bigger teams and things. But just what is that like to be able to come in there with an extra $100,000 for a team and your guys?
Well, I think when you look at the significance of that number and how much that can affect a race team. I don't care if it's the biggest Xfinity team or the smallest Xfinity team. I mean, when you're looking at the budgets for the year, we're trying to max out everything we can, and that money, going back into that race team is a big deal, right? And so, I think not only that, it's a morale thing, right? When you have an opportunity to go for that money, everybody wants to step up their game. Everybody wants to have that perfect money pit stop. Everybody wants to have that, late race restart that gets them the lead that ultimately gets it. Granted, I want to win the race first. It makes life a lot easier. If you just win the race, the $100,000 is yours. I mean, Eric did it last week in Martinsville. It makes life a lot easier. But at the same time, I think you have to be mindful of that, and it can affect the way that you race sometimes. I think, we've seen in the past some teams tend to try to make layups all night whenever they're going for the Xfinity Series Dash for Cash because they don't want to give it away. And then other times, and I've been included in this, sometimes you throw a Hail Mary just to see if it'll stick, But I think that's what makes this initiative or I don't know what you want to call it, this bonus program so special is that, it means a lot to the teams. It really truly invests back into these race teams and in these drivers and pit crews and everybody that's involved, mechanics. But on the other side of it too, it's a morale thing. It's a competition, right? It's a competition within a competition. And I don't know if you've met any of us, but we're all competitive, right? Like we literally, it's like a race to who can get back to their cars first so they can go to the airport to get back home first, right? So, all those things play into it, and it definitely makes it a lot of fun.
Additional questions for Justin? We'll go to Lee.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR and CatchFence.com. Just kind of curious, with all your starts here, why do you think the win has eluded you?
Well, if you blend off pit road too early, you don't win those days. And I think I've lost in about every way you can lose here at Texas. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you on that one. As many laps as we've led, as many times as we've ran up front, and as many starts as we've had here, it just seems like, I don't know. I look back on all the Texas events, and it makes me cringe, to be honest with you, because I look back on them and I go, man, this one should have been this and should have been this and should have been this. And I think that's what makes me enjoy this place, though. And I know that sounds odd, but when you kind of get beat down over the course of time and you have been so successful and that you have all the ingredients to go and try to win the race, I think sometimes it makes it you want it that much more, right? So this is the one I would say right now. If I have any racetrack on my schedule that I would say like I really, really, really want, I have two. It's here in Watkins Glen. I feel like we've had so much success at both of these places that we've not been able to win at, and these are like my 2 top right at the moment. So I've been able to check off a lot of boxes in the last couple of years of cool racetracks at places that I've wanted to win at. But right now I got 2 left on the list that really I feel like have eluded, with the success that we've had there, and this is one of them. So we're gonna go for it.
And I know it's still early in the Xfinity season, but it appears that the championship is going to have to go through Joe Gibbs Racing. I mean, whoever gets to that championship 4, they're going to have to be as good or better than JGRs. Is that kind of how you see things right now?
Yeah, I don't know that that's a whole lot different than any year. JGR has obviously had such an incredible Xfinity Series kind of stranglehold, really, if you will. One of the things that I love is that Junior Motorsports and even Cole and the SHR team, you look at what RCR has been able to do. I mean, we've all brought the fight to them, but they definitely, I would say, on average, just seem to be the team to beat, right? And I think for us, it's been kind of interesting. We started off last season slower than we would like to, and we built into it and obviously put 2 in the Final 4. This year, I could argue the same, right? We've started off, we've had speed, things have gone our way. We just haven't had the finishes to show for it. I mean, I look at Phoenix, I look at Atlanta, I look at Vegas. I mean, so many places where we've had the speed to go win, we just haven't had the opportunity. So, I think if we get down to the end of the year, I feel like one of the strengths that we have at Junior Motorsports is the playoffs. We've been able to navigate the playoffs really, really well. And 2 years ago, 2 last year, that's important to us, and it's something that we all strive to do. And I think it's going to come down to how you prepare yourself for the end of the year, right? Can you keep building on your program? Can you up your game enough to be able to beat the JGR cars? And I think that it's going to be difficult. They've got great talented race car drivers over there. They got talented crew chiefs, engineers, mechanics. I mean, they've got the full package. But I feel like one of the things that I love about our shop is the resiliency that we've got. When you feel like you're down and out, the team goes to work, and somehow we manage to figure out how to make our program better. And that's really what that's what makes me proud. When we finish the season out, it is about wins, and you want to obviously win all the races and you want to do all the right things. But to me, it's more about how did the year go, and were you able to overcome your challenges and put yourself in the right position.
Any additional questions for Justin? Well, Justin, thank you for taking the time. Good luck this weekend.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job, driver.